Alright, you guys, welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ryan Phipps, and it is my current mission to mentor driven young adults to a successful future by using fitness as the gateway. And today I have a special video cooked up for you guys, and that is the ultimate guide to building a summer physique fat loss edition. Now, what is a summer physique, you might ask? Well, after working as a personal trainer for years and then starting my own online fitness coaching business to help other driven young adults achieve successful fitness transformations, a summer physique is a lean, athletic physique. So, without further ado, this video is for driven young adults who want to take their shirt off with confidence this summer. So today I'm going to teach you guys how to lose body fat so you can feel confident, lose the stomach fat, and finally have a summer that you're proud to look back on. So before I dive into the 3 key tips, I'm going to start off with a little bit of a story time. So years ago when I was working as a personal trainer, I decided to gain body fat on purpose so I could learn about fat loss and also help motivate the clients I had at the time. Now, I'd always been naturally a skinny kid myself, and my original fitness transformation was a muscle gaining transformation. But I knew that in order to complete my fitness knowledge, I needed to go through my own fat loss transformation, so I decided to gain fat on purpose. So I just started to eat like shit. I stopped doing cardio, and my goal during this phase was just to pack on as much weight as I could. But I knew exactly what I needed to do. I gained the body fat, and I also had a plan in place for when I was ready to lose it. This is how that transformation went. I was able to lose the body fat. If anything, I think I came out a little bit leaner, and this whole process only took 12 weeks. So let's dive into the 3 key steps. Step number 1 is assessing your starting point. If your goal is to build a lean, athletic physique, you need to have enough muscle to retain before you start a fat loss phase. So yes, although I did gain a lot of body fat here, I did have enough muscle to survive a fat loss phase or come out leaner on the other side as a result of that gaining or priming phase I did at first. I definitely don't recommend doing it like I did, but I use this example to articulate the point that I'm trying to make, that you need to have enough muscle to end up lean in the first place. So step number 2, after you have enough muscle to retain, do not start your fat loss journey by just starving yourself. So many of us, so many young adults who come into my program are under the misconception that the less food we're eating, the more fat we're going to lose. And that's actually wrong. The less food we're eating, the more weight we're going to lose. There's a huge difference between losing weight and losing fat. Now, you might be thinking, why is that so bad? I would love to lose weight really fast, but I beg to differ. I think you'd love to lose fat and keep muscle. Again, assuming your goal is a lean physique. Because what happens so often is we start to just basically starve ourselves when we enter our fat loss journey, and that will result in a skinny fat physique or a physique in which you lose 10 to 20 pounds and don't look any different because you lost muscle as well. And I don't really think that's what you want. So the best way to go about this, if you've never done a cut before, is to enter a macro-based approach. And to put this extremely simply, what this means is that for all of us, there is a specific amount of calories, so overall food that we eat day to day, made up of protein, fats, and carbs, that if eaten that exact amount day to day, you absolutely 1,000% will see results. That's why so often we hear about the importance of hitting our macros, figuring out our calories. You know, what are your calories? What are your macros? That's really where that comes from. But a big problem with that is everybody has individual needs, meaning you can't just go online and eat what somebody else eats and assume that's going to work for you, which is why I always take a custom approach with the athletes that I work with, because I understand that everybody's starting point is different, everybody's body is different, and everybody's goals are different. And I want to give you an example for what the beginning of a fat loss phase should look like, and it honestly might surprise you. So let's say that my maintenance calories or my starting calories were 3,000 calories here. And instead of dropping them down to 1,300 thinking, oh, I can survive off of that, I'm going to see really fast results, I dropped them down to 2,700 or 2,500 instead. So often most people don't think that's enough to start their fat loss journeys, but that's actually exactly what you need to do. You're going to start losing body fat and keep the muscle that you have while eating more food. And the biggest thing is this is going to make the entire approach sustainable, because if you drop your calories down from 3,000 to 1,300 in a week, you're going to feel like shit, you're going to train like shit, you're going to binge like crazy, you're going to lose a ton of muscle and look the exact same or become skinny fat. So moving on to cardio. Cardio is not the key. Again, this might surprise you, but you actually want to start your fat loss journey with small amounts of cardio. And again, at this point, we're assuming you have enough muscle, you have your custom calories and macros figured out. Now we're moving on to training. You should be weight training anywhere from 3 to 5 times per week, doing your best to hit each muscle at least twice, doing small amounts of cardio. Just like with food, you definitely do not want to just start doing crazy amounts of cardio on low amounts of food. And one of my secret weapons for helping young adults become lean is that fact. Because at some point, we'll be faced with a choice that looks a little bit like this. Would you rather lower your food more or do a couple more minutes of cardio? And after you've been in a fat loss phase for a little while, you are absolutely going to want to keep your food as high as you can. So if you're doing hours of cardio from the start, you can't add any more to a ton of cardio. Just like with food, if you're eating nothing from the start, start, you can't eat less than nothing. And trust me, I understand we want to see extremely fast results, but this is worst case scenario. You're doing tons of cardio on super low amounts of food, which leads to you getting cravings like crazy. You have no energy. You're potentially going to become skinny fat or look the exact same, even though the scale is going down. That's just a recipe for failure. So just to summarize what we went over today and what the ultimate key to building that lean physique that you're after for this summer looks like, assessing your starting point, you need to have enough muscle to go through a fat loss phase to become lean in the first place. You do not want to just starve yourself in order to lose body fat. In fact, the main goal should be to keep your food as high as possible while losing body fat. In terms of training, weightlifting is going to be the primary mechanism for seeing the results and building the lean physique that you want, meaning that you're going to want to start your fat loss phase with low durations of cardio. So later on in your fat loss journey, you can add more cardio instead of lowering your food again. So guys, I want to thank you for your time. And if you're serious about building a lean physique for this summertime, click the link down below in the description to claim one of the 4 spots available to work with me one-on-one, where I will help you achieve a transformation like Aaron, like Sam, like Dimitri, like Peyton, like Josh, or like Silas, or like many of the other driven young adults that I've worked with. I'll help you build the lean physique that you desire in time for this summertime without giving up foods you love or without starving yourself, without doing crazy amounts of cardio every day, while defeating your 1.0 habits to become 2.0 so you can become a high performer.